always wonder, like, why, like, why the stuff he did, why did he do it? Like, I have a burn, like, now here, this is a scar from him holding the iron on me and just putting the iron on my hand. My other siblings, they didn't go through that. And he was just looking at me. He turned the camera off. He took the screwdriver and he like put it in my chest and just like went down. So that's when they asked the question, if it was wrong, I told them, and a couple of days later, basically, she picked me up at the spot where she used to give me the snack, and we went to the social workers. It's mostly white people in Czech, right? So when I went to get my haircuts, it's not the best. It's not the best. They cut them like really good, with their hair because they were white. Because she did my lineup. It was crooked, and then it was like she did like cat ears. So it's not like box, ears. But she had like cat. Like it was horrible. And then the fade that.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of C-Rod's Tell Me a Story podcast. I'm your host, C-Rod. Let me tell you a story. Today's story sheds light on a common yet heartbreaking issue faced by many families worldwide: the presence of an abusive step-parent. In a society where 42 to 52% of all marriages end in divorce, modern families often consist of individuals from different backgrounds coming together after the dissolution of a previous relationship. While many of these families live together harmoniously, there are instances where a parent can find themselves trapped in an abusive relationship. It is crucial to recognize in such situations the abuse extends beyond the parent to impact their children. Whether a parent adopts a strict approach or replicates patterns from their own upbringing, there is never justification for inflicting harm on a child. A fundamental role of parenthood is to nurture the self-esteem of children, empowering them to utilize the skills provided to have a successful future. Emotional and physical abuse only undermines this crucial process. Our story today will follow the journey of our MC, who was born in the Czech Republic before relocating to Florida, where his mother would meet his stepfather. However, his time in Florida would be marred by the abusive behavior of his stepfather towards his mother, resulting in his arrest and subsequent deportation. This traumatic experience would lead our MC back to the Czech Republic, where the abuse from his stepfather would eventually grow so bad he would have to live with his grandparents. There, he would go to military school, make friends, and live a normal teenager life. However, being of Jamaican descent and a prominently white community presented a unique challenge. Finding someone who could cut his hair became a persistent struggle. Faced after disappointment, he decided to take matters into his own hand. He began to learn the art of cutting hair through online tutorials. Determined and resilient, he honed his skills through self-teaching and eventually became the go-to barber at his military school. His passion and talent for barbering blossomed, eventually leading his way to a successful career in the industry. Today we are privileged to feature the inspiring story of Conroy Garcia, known as CG the Barber. All right, back at you with another episode of C-Rod's Tell Me a Story podcast. I'm your host, C-Rod, and I'm with you with my guest today, Conroy Garcia. How's it doing, my brother?
Doing good, yeah.
I'm doing fine. AKA CG.
CG the Barber. CG the Barber, yeah.
Yeah, so Conroy here is actually, I'm saying your name correct, right?
Yeah.
Conroy here is actually our producer's barber. And he's very young, but in his life, I would say he has been more places than 80% of all people. You've been a lot of places, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I've been in a lot of places where I lived, and then I've been, some places just to travel.
Oh, traveling too. I just heard about where you live, so. You got Conroy cuts hair. He's a barber. There's a lot of barbers out nowadays, so.
There is.
There's
a lot of barbers now.
There is a lot of barbers.
Not a lot of, I would say, everybody wants to be a barber, or like a lot of people now want to be a barber, but because you can make good money, right?
Yeah.
But not a lot of people got the passion for it.
Or good
You know
at
what
it
I mean?
either.
Yeah.
You get your hair messed up
Get your
quick.
hair fucked. I'm sorry, but
You can though. It's true.
yeah.
It's true. You could talk how you want. I could edit it. Or we could do whatever. It's no big deal.
Okay.
But yeah, so anyways, you know how you cut hair, you get to talking. Our producer, he's known him for a long time, got to talking to him, got to hearing his story. And you know how we do here at C-Rod's Tell Me a Story podcast? We sit down, we listen to people's stories, and we see how everybody has a story.